Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Beyond the Chaos. I'm Bob Knote, and I welcome all the family and friends and other interested parties who are keeping track of what's going on with my health issues here. I'm heading down to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester for my third appointment in a series of three where I'm undergoing BCG therapy. And BCG therapy, as I mentioned in earlier episodes, where they take weakened bovine tuberculosis bacteria, inject it into your bladder, and you hold it for 2 hours, at least an hour, but they like to see 2. And what that does is rattles your immune system in some way so that it goes after the cancer. And there are some side effects that some people suffer: fatigue, nausea, sort of like flu-like symptoms. My reaction to it thus far has been fairly benign. The first one, I had a fairly significant fatigue issue. It was good after the appointment and to about noon the next day, and then at that point I couldn't keep my eyes open. And where that comes from, I'm told, is that your body's immune system is fighting a bacterial infection, essentially. And so, and also my sinuses packed up, and it generally felt like I had a cold. It wasn't awful, but you can't work when you're sleeping, which is what I did from around 1 o'clock that day until 4 o'clock in the morning the following day. So, and then I wasn't 100% the next day either. So, there's that. But the next appointment, it was less. I still felt the fatigue, but I could work through it, and it wasn't that big a deal. So we're going to see today whether this continues to be the trend, that as I go through these treatments that the side effects get less and less, which I'm in favor of, because I got stuff to do, okay? And generally speaking, my health has been really good. I've gotten to the point, well, first of all, if you've been following these episodes, you probably noticed that I'm losing a little weight here. Okay, that's not because my body is being ravaged by cancer. It's because I'm on a zero carb, zero sugar diet, or as close as I can get there. And that would be certainly less than 10 grams of carbohydrates a day. And in February, I was at 245 pounds. Day before yesterday, I weighed in at 207 pounds, which I haven't been at since I was a junior in high school. Looks a little bit different than when I was a junior in high school. The man suits fit a little loose here, but generally speaking, I feel really good. Over the last 9 months, I haven't really been exerting myself much because, according to the guys at Park Nicollet, I needed to observe a 5-pound weight restriction for quite a bit of that time, in terms of being, lifting and exerting myself and that sort of thing. So my strength is down. My energy levels seem to be pretty good. Except that every now and again, toward the end of the week, like on a Friday, for example, I'm really kind of wrecked in terms of energy. So what I've begun to do, ideally what you would like to do, since cancer loves sugar and carbs, what you'd really like to do is to maintain that, and I do try to do that. But what I've also been doing is intermittent fasting, which is 20 hours of fasting and a 4-hour eating window. And what it's really worked out for me is just 20 hours of fasting and 1 hour of sort of a protracted meal. So it's more like 23 hours of fasting, 1 hour of eating. And it hasn't been a whole lot of calories. I would estimate 2,000 calories a day. So not only has the cutback in my caloric intake resulted in weight loss, but I've been in a semi-permanent state of ketosis for the past 8-10 weeks. Plenty of information on ketosis and how that works on the on YouTube channel, so I'm not going to go into that in any great extent here. Basically what that means is that your body doesn't have enough carbs in it to burn immediately, which is in your bloodstream. So what it does is it goes to your fat supply, and so it's been an interesting journey in that regard. So anyway, my health is really good. I've got no symptoms whatsoever. There's no bleeding, blood clots, all that stuff that I had before. So, generally, I feel real good. I went and walked one of the local parts yesterday, which is kind of up and down, and there was one point where my heart rate got up over 120, but beyond that, it was down around 100. I'm feeling really good. So, I guess I'd have to say things are going well. I got no idea, and won't have any idea until these treatments are over and we go in and actually see what's going on as to an actual final determination of what the situation is. So, I don't know. My faith is strong. My mind is strong over this situation. And whatever the plan is, I'm on board. So, thanks for dropping by. See you next time.